Thank you, Madam President. I just want to address, another cynical and misleading statement by Mr. Bonin, perpetuating this false narrative that this will disconnect people from services and that there's no knowledge of where the daycare centers or schools are. Well, if you knew your district, you would know exactly where all the daycare centers and all the schools are, private and public. We do. We don't need a map. We know where ours are, and you should as well. So I want to give support for what Mr. Cedillo said and what Mr. Corrett said. I have outreach practitioners that interact with every individual in every encampment in the 13th District. That will continue, whether it's outside of 500 feet of a school or wherever in my district, because that's what we do. And we've been doing that for years, and we're stepping up as never before, because I am funding these outreach teams and augmenting these services, and have been and continually will be, because our goal is to get everyone under a roof and on a path to wellness. And we don't do that by just sitting on our hands and doing nothing and waiting for some sort of perfect solution. And this is definitely not about solving homelessness. It never was. It's about protecting children. I went to public schools my whole life. My parents both worked. There were 4 of us. We struggled. But my parents never had to worry about us walking to school. We walked to school together to protect one another from bullies, but never from what school kids in Los Angeles have to face every day. And the parents who send their kids to public schools don't have the luxury always of even driving a block or 2 to protect them. They have to trust in their leaders to offer a level of protection, while we, at the same time, because we can do 2 things at once, work to house people, to get them under a roof and on a path to wellness. So let's stop the cynicism and the false narratives. Let's move forward on both issues, and let's get this done. This is just the beginning. We're always at a beginning, because our work will never be done, but we are, as never before, standing up more housing solutions than ever, and working to get adequate funding for the city of Los Angeles. I'll be going to Sacramento again next week to work with our state legislators so we can keep the funding and the resources that are commensurate with the need in the city of Los Angeles. I've been doing that for years. We'll continue doing that. I invite anyone who wants to come with me to come, because we can do these things, but we have a very, very core obligation to protect children. And we're doing that while we stand up more housing solutions and get people under a roof and on a path to wellness. We can, and we are doing both. I ask for an aye vote. Thank you.